Okay, this is gold. That's the weekly, and gold is knocking on the outer limit of this downsloping channel. You see, this channel has been in control, if you like, for quite a few years. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5 years roughly, and it had multiple attempts right here to slide way under the channel. And now it is a very, very important challenge that is coming up. We have already seen gold attempting to break through, and it failed. It failed. Now it retraced for the last few weeks. It's building, if you like, the base for trying to have another go to run above this channel. This channel is important. I think we are going to make it. Gold is going to make it. It's going to break through. And as you can see very clearly from the weekly chart here, that the next major challenge, resistance level, if you like, is marked by the orange arrow right here. And that comes at 1550, okay, 1550 gold price in US dollars. That is looking very clear from the chart here. And let's now go and check the daily. As you can see, the recovery in gold. I told you that we have silver, and in the current circumstances, we are lucky that the wave count in silver is so clear. So it's really leading the way for us. We have something to lean on when we check gold, because gold, the wave count here is not hyper clear. It's not terrible. We can work with it, but it's just better that we have silver. We're checking silver, we're checking this one is basically following silver, so we seem to be on the right track. We have on the daily here, from the bottom, we have taken this as 101. That's the preferred reading, and we are running up. Now, if you don't agree with that, and you assume that you have in fact a situation of an AB or ABC right here, as you can see, with an AB, and this is just a C, and in fact gold is due to collapse, etc. We are still not done. We are still not done with a C that started from this point. So either way you look at it, it appears that we're going to have that challenge of the channel. That's the limit of the channel. You can see we're going to have a run above this level, and my interpretation is that we are going to continue much higher than that, okay? But those who believe in the ABC would suggest be careful. It's going to reverse, going to collapse, etc. I don't subscribe to that. We follow it regularly, and we will have, if you like, I think enough time to react. We don't, and we also we don't just follow gold. We follow other markets that are highly correlated with gold. Apart from silver, I discussed earlier the very, very important Forex pair, the US dollar South African rand. Okay, so if you are keen on following gold and silver, you should start following regularly the US dollar South African rand and see what the structure there is telling you. I think that from our examination of that Forex pair, we have concluded that we are likely on the threshold of a multi-month bear market in the US dollar South African rand, which is highly supportive of further continuation up here in gold and silver and in general in the mining sector. Okay, so whether we take this as 1 or 1, 2, we are up, and that is the line that I'm taking at this point. That's the 50 moving average. We have seen a 1, 2, 3 consolidation, fourth wave almost certainly ended here, and the jump here, I was looking for a jump above 1340. You can see my arrow here. Yes, it managed to do that. I suspect that this is potentially the first leg outside the correction. This is the first leg, so we are running up now in here it is. That's the 60 minutes. It gives you a close look, and you can see largely it followed my arrows. I put them a few days ago. They are not from today, so I'm happy to see that the market really followed the idea that I had in mind. It is developing in almost a textbook fashion. That is always a good thing. We have potentially one registered here with a fourth wave potentially ending here. Okay, that's one, that's two, but the two might have ended here. It's not going to make a huge difference. The point is that we still have quite a few legs, and the upside is not over. Quite a few legs still on the upside here. You can see we are going to climb above that, and as I explained in looking at the weekly scale, that we're going to have the challenge of the blue line of the channel, begin to run above that, and potentially later on come back to test it from the top, from above. Now here's silver. In the case of silver, that's the weekly. We are treating the entire correction here as having ended right here, and that's a new bull run. Okay, so for now this is the preferred reading. Those who still think that we are stuck here in a bear market would treat this as an ABC, and even in this case the ABC is not done. I mean the C is not done. Okay, so there is further upside. Okay, even if you are still a bear and you still think that my ABC correction here of 4.5 years was not enough, this correction drove almost all the major mining stocks in the world almost to the state of bankruptcy. If you think that that was not enough and we need more, then you would imagine that this is just an ABC. But I don't think so. I think enough is enough, and we have a lot of signals suggesting now it's ready to climb a lot higher. Revival is setting in here in this commodity as well as in general in the mining sector. Now this is the weekly showing you from close how the 50 is turning up, the 21 is running up, the spacing, yes, the space between the two is expanding, which means that there is a lot of power. There is still a lot of power, buying power here, and the pattern is perfect. The pattern is absolutely perfect. I see really no reason at this point to doubt the pattern. The pattern is behaving exactly as you would expect an emerging bull to behave. On the weekly we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Again, if you are siding with the bears long term, you would say this is an AB. Fine. Even in that case, look what is coming. What is coming is still a fifth leg. Okay, and we are going to run above 21, potentially run to 22, 23, even maybe 24 before you get the entire 5-leg run complete. At that point, the critical thing would be to observe whether we are going to run into a sideways price action or whether we're going to sink like that. Now that could be very telling. Running back, running to 23, suppose, and then coming down, sinking under 18, that will be bad news. Bad news for the for silver. But doing anything like that long term, I would say that will be hugely supportive or further run up, basically supporting a massive bull run, the concept of a massive bull run underway. So this is silver long term. Okay, we have again all the elements are still working in favor of the bulls. I don't see any danger at this point. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our 1. That's 2. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. We said we're working on a fourth wave, and silver will recover. I mean, once the correction is over, silver will come up, and it popped. You can see it popped about 20. That was my first signal line. 20 managed to do that very well, and it's quite possibly just indicating that this is the first leg of the fifth leg on the blue scale. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Okay, completing the 5 legs on the blue scale that started from here. So things are on track as far as I can see to take us high here in silver, and I suspect we have a slight variation here in terms of the end of the fourth wave. That is now the 60 minutes, showing you A, B, C, D. The E could have ended here or could have ended here. If it ended here, there is a case for arguing that this is a 1, 2, that's a 3, that's a fourth wave, run up, that's your fifth. That could be the first leg of the fifth wave on this scale. However, if it ended here, yes, with an A, B, C, D, and then A, B, C, D, E tiny like that. You start counting from here, and that is inevitably you want to. Okay, that's you want to, and then keep looking up. If I'm wrong and silver in fact sinks like that, all of a sudden goes back, what should do with that? Well, in that case, I would suggest that the fourth wave is not over. The only thing that would worry me as a bull, short term concerning silver, if we break down under this level, if we sink under 1910, okay, if we sink under 1910 and suddenly it begins to do anything like that, that'll be bad. That'll completely kill the structure we are working with and will require major reassessment, new reassessment of the wave count here. That shouldn't happen. I'm back here to the daily. Okay, this is silver against the euro. So silver really priced in euro. That's the daily. And also here, we looked at it recently, you remember, and we said we are probably looking at the fourth wave here, had an alternative wave count with a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Fourth wave most likely ended here. Here's the surge. That's the first surge that is likely indicating this is the first leg of the fifth leg on the red scale. And that could be a second wave that is likely to be followed by another surge that will take it to challenge the previous high 19, but we will go eventually even higher. So this is on track, looking healthy, on track to take us quite a bit higher.